Well, everybody, we're here at Escapeless Abyss. And you know what that means. Gotta be the little chairman's over here. And then we'll get him good. Until then, we have to keep facing off these little things. Do not like them. Yeah, he is really I shouldn't have, but whatever. It's fine. We'll mostly go away fast. Ugh. I just wanted to be able to, like, get it without any of the other stuff. The one thing I will say that I don't like about this game, consistently, is just the way that, like, everything is a little bit slow with its HUD system, or UI or whatever. Like, from here to, like, the way that it processes, like, your experience points, and everything just takes way longer than it should. And I'm like, but why? It should be a quick pop and drop, you know? Like, the stat screen, and then that's it. But no, we got like 3-4 minutes. Yes, this is it. There's no doubt. He's here. Further inside. I can smell him. Really? This is coming from a guy who doesn't even notice his own slave? Under his very nose until he transforms, so... Ah, well, that's because this silly lazy slave was asleep. It's all your fault, slave. You slave. Did I give you permission to abuse my slave? I think not. Don't you think it's strange? I thought the chairman Evil King liked modern sophisticated things. But then he secludes himself in a place like this once he has his back against the wall? I suppose, at his core, he's still an evil king. Well, that's true. Even I feel somewhat at ease when I'm in a cave like this. Enough about evil king's habits. Hey, I'm a hero. I'm only here to hunt down and beat evil kings, wherever they may be. Oh boy. That woman's brain has a clog. It's like the nutrition that she should have gone to her head did a beeline to her waistline. What do you say about my waist? My waistline is demure, but enticing. Like you special face? I order you, settle down, fools. This is a hunt of an evil king. Be serious. Come, knight, you lead the way, go. I do like the way that she orders the group around. It's pretty cute. It's a dangerous endless escape. What is this? Ah, but there's a thing over there. A door seemed to open somewhere. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So HP is returned. We got it. I like the little music going on here. It's very, like, kind of on the nose. Just kind of works, you know? That being said, once they actually get to its dungeons, I gotta say, I am pretty impressed by the dungeons that they have here. Not so much like the mechanics of I have to fight a base in order to keep going, but just generally just like the way the dungeons are designed. I like. At least so far from the 3 that I've seen. Well, 2 that I've seen. There was one that just kind of wasn't really a dungeon. Eh. I like that episode is what I'm trying to say. How much does that do? Like 20? I should just be able to brain dead this. Just kind of like hit the A button over and over again, yeah? Once I get to around 50, that's when I need to like heal again. Oh shh. So there's one and that goes down. Soon we have another. And then another! Jeez. So I gotta say, over the past few days, I've literally had it to where my feet just straight up hurt so much. Like, just, like, ridiculous amount. And I did not know what to do with it. On the new floor, okay. Like, I sure did not know what to do with it. And I still don't really. Like, this still could be a number of things, but for the most part, from what I noticed, it has calmed down. My sores on my feet have calmed down. I'm kind of hoping it's just kind of like a sprain of something that I didn't notice or something. Like, I didn't, like, do that and whatnot. But it could be, and I hate saying this out loud, but I should probably say it, might be an early onset of diabetes. If that's the case, like, generally I'm just gonna, like, try to work at it because, like, this did feel kind of sudden and a little bit too fast for what should be a sign, and it's going on for way too long for what it should be. Like, I shouldn't be having it this bad, this much, so much. Like, we're talking from 0 to nothing since Friday all the way till today on Monday. And Saturday, I noticed it particularly bad. And then Sunday, it got even worse. And I'm guessing it's because the shoes that I was wearing weren't particularly great. They're a little bit tight on me, but I don't know if it's too tight on me. One of those situations where I'm just like, I could see it being the shoes, but I don't think it's the shoes. Suffice to say, I'm not too worried about the whole situation, but it is one of those things where just like, I'm trying to like make sure that I like stretch now. Like, as soon as I get up in the morning, I'm gonna try to stretch more, and I'm probably gonna try to be a little more active too. Not to a big degree, but to enough of a degree that like it's a noticeable thing, you know? This is something that I can just like go through with cycles and whatnot for sure, and definitely like with dietary things and whatnot. My diets have been kind of screwy since I've had 2 surgery, and 2 surgery just kind of has it to where you can't eat certain things. Because I can't eat certain things, I was eating things that I usually don't eat, because it's what I could have. So like, on one hand, like, yay, I can eat things that I usually don't, and it's whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. But on the other hand, it's like, oh, I probably was eating too many sweets. I was probably doing too many of these things and that things. And like, I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff I usually do. I actually am pretty good when it comes to changing my diet as a whole. So I'm a little bit pissed off if it's just like, oh yeah, you just might get early onset diabetes just because, I don't know, obesity or whatever the hell. It's one of those things I just really hate doctors just looking at me and going like, oh yeah, you're fat, why are you fat? Like, I don't know what to tell you, but like, I've always been this way. It's not exactly like I haven't tried to lose weight. It just kind of is always there. And like, it's hard for me to lose weight, like any kind of weight, really. Because it just is a situation where I swear my body is cursed to some degree. I will like literally like start getting healthy again, and then like something new will be found with my body, like it'll be a problem or some sort, and then I have to like work with it in a way that like I could do better. Like, I would used to like jog in the morning and whatnot, not a big jog, just a small jog. Now I don't really do that anymore, especially where my feet are right now. It's one of those situations where it's like, how are you down this much tonight? What the heck? Jeez Louise. But it is a situation where I'm just a little bit pissed off at this whole thing, you know? It's like, how dare you just like do this to me yet again? Like, I don't eat a lot of sweets. I have recently, because it's just kind of been like a tooth change and whatnot, but like, in terms of putting sweets, it shouldn't be hard comparatively, at least for candy-wise. Pastries is something that I particularly like to eat as like a fun little treat, but even then, I don't eat a lot of pastries. It's not a big thing. It's more of like a habitual situation where I'm just like, hey, you know what? That'd be kind of fun, right? It's kind of it. Oh, this is gonna be a labyrinth, isn't it? Oh yeah, there's a lot of doors. Where I got a door. Oh, I'm so confused. I gotta go this way. Surprise attack. That's not great. What the hell is all this? Gears. What is this? I'm guilty? Charge. Don't like that. Do not like that. Do systematic gears. Overdrive. And then we'll heal Kingsley. Attack first, everybody. Kingsley just nut on night, that's fine. Jeez, they're doing a lot of damage. That wasn't, that's not hopeful. Okay. Alright, crossed again. Well, there's only one systematic here. Okay, so those two are dead. Okay. 15. That's not so bad. That's manageable. Just straight up, just nothingness. Ooh, what a cool. Yes, yes, Kingsley. Be happy now, because as soon as I can replace you, I will. I do not like you at all. You're some weird guy, that's weird. Alright, if we can get that, let's do this first. Another urn! Okay, there we go. Got it up. Alright, let's earn it up, baby. Earn enough money. Oh, you know what you could do? Let's do powerless on it. That will help. And then we'll do a special overdrive. So that way we could do immense power. And then you will just nut again. Actually, do it the other way. That should definitely help with our situation. Really hoping so, because if not, ugly. 79, that's not bad, that's not bad. Why? Why? I just got that you. Come on, girlie. You don't need this, you don't need this. Get it. What is this? Clean. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna heal Knight out of battle or whatever if I can. Okay, got it. Turn destroyed. Item, nuts. What is that? It's kind of nothing. Nothing. Got that. Go down here. Oh. Oh. Meh. Anyway, aside from other things that I've been doing, it really has just been me kind of zoning out and playing Pokemon mini games while I'm watching something. That is consistently how it's been. And I've been like kind of just like going at it with Netflix and a bunch of weird ass TV shows. Watched a lot of novellas that are just kind of like here and there. There's straight up one show that I watched where just like a guy was a veterinarian and he had to work for like one of those like pish posh like super rich veterinary places. And I thought I was like, oh, it's gonna be a curmudgeon guy with like other people and whatnot. And no, he was just curmudgeon in like the mean sense. He wasn't nice to anybody. He wasn't like liked by anyone in particular or even like likable. He was just kind of an asshole. And I was like, oh, this isn't fun. This isn't like a Ron Swanson situation. This isn't him going like, I'm right, you're wrong, where he like teaches from old wisdom. He's just a mess, is what he is. And I was like, why would you make this? Why would you make a game like this? Or, like, not a game, but, why would you make a TV show like this? And the only reason I continued to watch it is because I was, like, halfway through, and I was just, like, far more engaged on the game that I was playing at the time, while listening to it. And I was just like, I'm like halfway there. I might as well just like have it for like my little like activities and whatnot. That was pretty much my thought pattern on that. So I'm not like super angry on the whole situation, but it is something that I'm just kind of like, probably wouldn't have kept watching it if it wasn't that bad. But this is something that I did with Yakuza, the Yakuza series on Amazon. I was watching it for a little bit, and I just kind of did not like it. And I just dropped watching it entirely, and I was watching it with my ex at the time. And she was wondering, like, when are we gonna get back to it? And I'm just kind of like thinking to myself, why do you want to watch it? Like, didn't we both agree that it just kind of sucked, right? Like, it just wasn't a particularly good rendition of Yakuza. Like, I don't hear people talking about that shit at all. It was, like, there when it popped, and that was it. There's some good Amazon stuff, like, Miss, Marvelous? That was really good. I really liked Miss Marvelous. But it is one of those situations where I'm just kind of like, on the whole shebang. But if you ever look at my Blue Sky, y'all, you'll definitely see that I have like a lot of things that are just like registered. Like, I watch this, I watch this, I watch this. Not so much movies. Movies, I'm really bad at trying to figure out what I would watch and if I would watch it and such. And there's a number of people that are like, they look at me and they ask me like, why are you not like into watching movies and such? Isn't that hard? And I'm like watching TV shows is a lot harder. I'm kind of like, no, not really, because like TV shows are more episodic and they're more about building on things, while the other way around, when you're watching a movie, you kind of have to pay attention to it in the sense that like the movie's right then and there, and you can't just stop it. It has to kind of be watched all the way through. You can't stop a movie like midway through, not in the sense that you physically cannot, but in the sense that like it's not something that you would want to do, you know? And I don't like that particular restraint on me, on top of the other stuff that I don't like about movies as a general whole. Which I've consistently gone around about on Skull 902's stream that I sometimes appear on, and various other places and whatnot, and like, a lot of it is me just going like, haha, I don't like movies, as a fun little tease slash thing that I don't actually like full out or am against. I'm honestly not that against movies, but I am also like very confused when people are like, movies are like really good like peak media and like the best way to consume it and all this and that. Like, to that degree I'm very confused on, because I don't think movies are particularly that good. Even some of the best movies pale in comparison to some of the best TV shows out there, as far as I'm concerned. Never as big as budget, obviously, but it is one of those situations where I'm just like, I prefer a TV show over a movie any day of the week, including Sunday. So, I was a little bummed to find out, too, that, like, one of my favorite, dramas, which is, was free on YouTube, called Reset. No longer free on YouTube, but I was so sad to figure that out, because it's just like, what do you need? I would like to, like, actually, like, do that stuff and, like, watch it again, or at least show it to more people, because, like, I try to as much as I can. I really, really try. If I find a good TV show out there, if I find a good drama or anything like that, I'll be, like, singing high heavens about it, going, like, you should watch this! You can watch this right now! Like, Insatiable is something that I watched recently, and, like, I am utterly fascinated with Insatiable, because it just is such a great way that they did a character that basically is awful. Like, she is strictly and utterly has always been an awful person. And she is only an utterly awful person in the sense that, like, she thought it was because she was fat, and she didn't have, like, the power to, like, really change that. But what a lot of people had controversy on was the fact that she was being teased for being fat and, like, being made fun of during, like, the first show, even though she wasn't actually fat and, like, in a fat suit and such. And I'm kind of thinking to myself here, like, do people not get it? Do you not get it? that's kind of the point. Is, like, there are people that get teased for being fat and like having to deal with things. And honestly, the only other thing that I would have really appreciated from that show to do when she was fat at the time was just have a doctor ask, "Why are you fat?" effectively, because I deal with that so much. It is consistent. It's kind of insane how much doctors just do not understand how to treat fat people. And behold and below if you're a person of color, because my goodness, they will not understand you one bit. It is just the case. But it is one of those things where it's not just a simple, like, you're not a good person just because you're skinny now. It is more about her kind of understanding who she is as a person and just kind of embraces how she becomes the way that she does. And I really love how it ends off in such a terrible, terrible way. A lot of people don't like it, and I'm kind of like thinking to myself, why? It kind of ends perfectly with the way that she's changed to like herself. That's the thing that gets me the most, is that, like, at the end of the whole entire series, which sadly the series didn't end on a bit of a cliffhanger. There was tease for a season 3, but we never really got a season 3. She basically goes like, "Yeah, I know what I am now. Thanks," type of situation. And I'm just like, oh, bless her heart. I love her to death. I love her to death. I still do. I think she's amazing. Like, it is one of those situations where it's just like, you need more terrible women in media. You just do. And the way they shoot everything, the way that they put emphasis in the way that everything is happening with certain situations, like they're overeating and the whole little bit pieces. It's just a very, very put together show that makes me so excited whenever I found it, you know? And I hope other people could like continue to watch it, because it's still a good run for the seasons we got. And that's what makes me like really like excited about the whole situation, just finding new things and whatnot. Sadly, it is kind of a situation where a lot of the shows are just not that. They're not like, you can't really go back into a show nowadays and be like, oh, there's gonna be a new season, they're gonna discover it, it'll be new. No. It's always the case where the show is either based off of something, or like it'll be an undeserved amount of things, like Big Mouth. And Big Mouth, yes, I did watch Big Mouth. It's one of those situations where the cat of curiosity got the better of me, and I found out it had one okay season. Not a good season, not a decent season. It's just okay, like, fine, sure, whatever. I guess it was better than the other ones. And that's during like season 6 or 7 or whatever the hell it was at. Far into it, more than you should have. And just, I will never understand why people liked it. And the horror that I had learning that the people that I played card games with at the time really liked Big Mouth. They thought it was funny. This is the funniest thing ever. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? That? Your slop? You like your slop this way? They're like, it's so funny when they do things. Like, it's gross stuff. It is just gross stuff. It is weird, grotesque stuff. It's not, there's no real good in it. And it makes me so annoyed because I watched it and I know that I watched it. And it's one of those situations where I'm just like, I had to be curious about it, right? I had to. It's fine. I'm just laminating on the whole situation. Gosh. But yeah. It is one of the situations where I'm definitely like, I'm always excited to kind of like watch and consume new media and do all that such. Not to the biggest degree, obviously, but to enough to where like, when I see something that like looks promising and whatnot, I'm really happy to see it. And the fact that I could actually watch new TV shows like King of the Hill and Scrubs, where like they actually have the proper reboot sense, the repurposing of the show as it grows older, makes me happy because they understand the part of it. And that's kind of what makes me not like Futurama's reboot all the more. There was no reason for Futurama's reboot on Hulu. There just wasn't, I'm sorry. as much as people may like certain episodes and whatnot, there was no justification, and I don't like it. I think it's very bad. I don't like Futurama's thing, and I kind of don't watch it out of principle nowadays. Animaniacs is kind of the same way too, though. But it's more a matter of just, like, they're not doing what they actually did. They're not understanding the spirit of it, and they're just kind of retreading on things. I'm just like, you were close. You were close, but you didn't do it, you know? Not all things, not all reboots and whatnot are all that bad. For the most part, I found that a lot of them have been good about keeping up with the spirit of things. At least the ones that are like 10 years in the future or some such, right? Yeah, nothing too, like, this or there, but it is something that I just find kind of interesting. How everything landed. Overdrive. Wait, no, I don't think Overdrive actually does anything for the rest of them. Attack them all. Nope. First. All enemies. Speeding Rosaline up, that way she can get her little thing going on. Also, hopefully have that put together. But I will admit, I kind of feel like an old head sometimes too, you know, because like, the way I get on my coworkers going like, I watch a lot of anime, and I'm like, no, I watch a lot of anime. Always to me seems like I'm kind of like going like, but types situation. Like, I'll admit, I'm a bit of an asshole when it comes to that. I have a lot of pride in it, but I won't shut the fuck up either, you know? Like, I need to be nicer to people when it comes to just that situation, and just every now and again, that comes out in me. I'm not particularly a big fan of it, but it's something that I've tried to control every now and again. And I'm never particularly like, ah! Oh well. I didn't need to go down here anyway. Let's see here. Where am I at? Oh, okay. But, it is one of those things where I'm just like, in order to get to the good graces of people that, like, want to, like, actually watch stuff that you recommend and whatnot, and I try to be good about it, is you kind of have to not be super corrective about it, and not try to be super judgmental about it. And having learned some things and whatnot, like, I straight up, I will say this right now, on record and everything, I don't like Solo Leveling. I don't think it's a good TV show at all. I don't think it's good at any this or that. But it does do some things differently, and it's different enough, and it changes certain things enough to where I kind of understand why people like it. And having seen someone actually fall in love with anime because of that show, I kind of get it. I kind of get the whole situation. It is one of those things that feel really interesting and good to the point where, like, you want to, like, continue to watch various things like it, you know? Actually do that. Please do not attack me right now. Thank goodness. Jeez Louise, I was so scared. Yeah, a lot of problems with Soul Leveling really just come down to the fact that it doesn't really feel like it has anything going for it after the fact. It's consistently the same formula over and over again of him overcoming a trial, then he demonstrates the power that he acquired, and then he has to, like, do something new or some such, and then he does the same thing again where he demonstrates his power, and then he overcomes a trial, and then that just keeps happening over and over again like that. From my understanding too, it does not change. This is consistently how it is over and over and over again. And when you get into that sort of loop and you notice it, like you personally notice it, you start to realize, oh, like it kind of takes all the piss and vinegar out of the whole entire, like, watching experience. And, like, I was never trying to, like, be overly about it, to the people that were watching it. But there were some people that asked me about it while they were present. And I was just kind of like, well, you know, why do you like this if that's the case, if you like that? And honestly, it really just comes down to the fact that I feel like a lot of people need to admit this more than they should. It's because the guy's hot. Like, that's the biggest reason why they're like, yeah, I like it, because the guy's hot. I'm like, okay. It's honestly a valid take, for real. There we go. Oh, so this is what I was missing. Alright, we'll get you good. But yeah, it is one of those situations where I'm just like, oh, that was a missing factor of what I was not figuring out. And am I trying to say here that guys that like solo leveling and just solo leveling as an anime think the guy's hot? Not necessarily. But I do think you have to be attracted to him in a certain degree to actually like fuck with the show. And I'm not saying like all men that like him are attracted to him in like a sexual way. But they are admitting that he's hot and that they want to be him. And that to me just kind of like, that really does feel like a sort of gender envy, euphoria type situation way. Which I find kind of cutesy. Like, it's just kind of like, oh, you know, like if you don't want to fuck him, you want to be him. And, you know, kind of one of them situations. Like, gay men probably love that anime to death. It just seems to be like that would be the case, you know? Still. Nut. I probably didn't need to do that, but at the same time I feel like I did. Is this the exit chat right here? Not 100% on it. This is to here, so no, this is not it. Like a little bit further in. I'm really just trying to find that, and then I'm gonna end that for today after the fact. So it's a green one for sure. This should be it. This should be the whole situation. Give it. Nope. That was to go further down. Which I don't think we need to go further down. We're trying to find the one that like takes us down. The floor that works with it. There's only 3 of these little floor areas here, so that should be the... Not this one. Not the one over there. But the one a little bit closer. Here. This should be it. Is this it? Yay! Okay. Earn. Don't you earn special powerless. Special overdrive. Ah! Still. I'm a bit surprised with things, you know, because, like, I think when it comes down to it, you never know how time will affect you in the way that it usually will. And having been someone that, like, has played Crazy Taxi at the very beginning, liked it, because I played Simpsons Road Rage way back when, and it reminded me of that, and lo and behold, Crazy Taxi was literally just, what Road Rage copied itself over. And then learning that Crazy Taxi has more functions to it, and being like, this is impossible, I won't be able to do that, into actually streaming it, having a good time with it, and like, getting through like nearly all of it on stream was very fun to do on TikTok. Right? As like one of the first TikTok streams that I did, I gotta say, I had a pretty good time with it. Not necessarily the people at TikTok, I'm here or there about that right now. I don't really get it, but it is a situation where just like, I'm glad I actually played through it or whatnot, and I feel competent, like as a competent person, to play the thing. And that to me, I think, really shows just how much time keeps ticking on things. And like, as someone that grew up on Dragon Ball and going like, ooh, Ghost Logos? What is Ghost Logos? I have no idea. What is this? Bountiful Nut. That's just a joke. Okay. Do they usually? I think they do. Enjoy your friends. What was the other thing that I had? It's like a Ghosticles or whatever. Is that... Okay, so there's attack up with this. Equipment. No. Guard? I have the first badge. Oh. Heat wave. And knit cap. Somebody else is wearing that. Holy. So it's something else? Who holds it? Maybe... Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. Oh, I'm a little bit scared, honestly, because it could be just where the boss is. But we'll go down one more. Seems to be we are finally here. All set, knight? Are you ready to both body and mind? No. Oh well, let's come back later. Okay, so we have found the boss. That means next time, y'all, we're gonna face the boss. Until then, though, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. Sayonara. Bye-bye. Oh, also, for anime. Went from Dragon Ball Z all the way to just watching girly anime. And I'm just kind of like, so distant towards it. That's what you're wondering.